Okay, so I'm looking at part 5, your table 4. So you've got number 2 and number 4 as the coding sequences that you looked up. So if we go back to the gene record finder, we still have 1 and 3. So we'll click on 1, and that's very, very short. So that might be hard for us to find, but hopefully if we limit our search to a short region, maybe we'll find it. So it's only 2 amino acids, so that one might be hard to find, but let's see what we can do. So we'll go to the tBLAST and paste, and then it's going to be in front of these numbers here, because remember, if we kind of like look over here, right, it's going to be a distance away, right? So this is the RB form that has the, or the PB, whatever, that has the 3 exons, 1, 2, 3. The RA has 2, 1, 2. So you got the PA ones, so we have to go up. It looks like probably a couple hundred to see if we can find it. So I'm gonna try, where's your report? Okay, here's your report. And then I'm gonna look using your, there it is, your scaffold number. Come on. And then I don't know what orientate, yours is going in that direction. Okay, cool. So I'm probably gonna look just a little bit beyond like these numbers here, based on the gene record finder. It looks like it's probably a couple hundred base pairs up here. It's at, it's about 300 base pairs up here. So I'm gonna try that. Let's see what we get. Okay, no, thank you. We're gonna align 2 or more sequences. This is that. And then if I look at your coordinates, sorry, we're watching Moana. The kids love Moana. Actually, I'm gonna pull up your genome browser. And you were D. Suzuki, the October, that's that. And we're somewhere around, oops, sorry. Somewhere around here. Let's see what we get. So because it's only 2 amino acids, I think we're gonna run into a little bit of trouble actually finding that one codon. So what I'm gonna do is zoom out a little bit. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so see on the RPS PB, that short little coding sequence is right there. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, and then even a little bit more. And basically what I'm going to plug in to BLAST are these coordinates, because I only want it to look like right here. So I'm going to put in BLAST 150.074.
Okay.
To the end of that, which is, I don't know, I'm going to say like 85, 150.085. Okay, and then let's see if it works. Hey. Oh, I might have missed setting up some extra ones. Yeah, let me go back. Edit the search. Okay, click on the plus. Let me let's see here. I'm just looking at the walkthrough on my other screen to see like exactly what the parameters should be. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try that again. Hey, stop messing with my phone. Let me just broaden the range a little bit. I might be off on my numbers. Let's do 70 to 90. Okay. It might not find it just because it's like too short. Let's see. Oh. Ah. So what you can do for this part, if we're looking at the table that we need to fill in, you may not be able to do coding the one that has one just because it's too short, but you can just, what you can basically do is fill it in. So coding sequence number 1 is the 1 underscore whatever. It's 2 amino acids. The query would be 1 to 2. And the subject start is just going to be whatever's here. So the start is going to be 175. Let me refresh this. 150.75. The end is 150.81. And then the frame, it's in frame 1 because here's the start codon. So that's how you'll fill out for that part. And then let's do number 3, which we should get a result because it's longer. So this one is 68 amino acids. So for 3, we should get a result. So we'll put that in here. And then we'll have to adjust the range a lot because we actually want to grab the whole thing. So let me zoom out. Scoot over. Zoom out a little bit more. Okay, oops, too much, but that's fine. So I'm gonna kind of get the whole potential gene in there. And then this is the range I'm gonna search. I'm gonna search, 150,000 to 152 so that I can capture everything. And so let me go ahead. And the exon that I'm thinking I'm gonna get, because I'm in PB, I'm thinking I'm gonna grab this exon right here, but I'm just gonna put that range like I just said. So we'll do that. So we'll do I guess I can just leave it like that and then just do 152,000. Okay, and then let's see what happens. Wait, let me make sure all my stuff is set. Okay. And there it is. So you can then look at the alignment and it has all that information for you. So the other one, it just had trouble finding because it's so darn short, but this one is there. So that's how you do that. So hopefully that helps you fill out part 5. And then for, so basically what you would do is, so you fill out the 4 coding sequences in this table. So remember, the number 1 you'll have to do manually, but the number 3, the blast results are like this. So that's good. So then what you'll do here is you basically, you have 2 tables, which is good. So you would make this one, you would say gene model for RP6S PA, and you would put for the PA version those 2 coding sequences. And then what you have to do for that part is this one you manually look at it and you put in the coordinates. So for this one you only need 2 rows. For the PB you'll have 3 rows. But then you go to your genome browser, and let's say we're going to do the PA form first. So we look for where does the PA one start. So the PA, the first coding sequence is right here. So we zoom in on that coding sequence. Okay, and what we're looking for is, what does it ask for here? It asks for, so you'll put in the coding CDS number 1, whatever the flybase ID is. I think it's it's this one right here, right? 212,590, whatever. And then what you have to do for the rest of this is actually look at it in the genome browser. So we need the frame, the start, the end, and the splice donor phase. So frame is going to be frame 1 because here's the start codon. The start nucleotide is this one, so we can zoom in a little bit to figure out exactly what number it is. So the start nucleotide is 150,405. Then we'll zoom out, or go back, I guess. Let's see. Okay, and then what we want to do is, remember, we're in frame 1, so we want to look at the end. So we'll zoom in at the end, and the gene ends here, right, at 150,523. And what we see is it ends in the middle of a codon because we're only in the top line, right? This dark gray line is the codon, and it ends with 1 nucleotide left. And so what we say is that the splice acceptor phase is phase 1 because there's 1 nucleotide hanging over. So that's how you fill in that top line. Then what you need to do is go to the second exon in the PA line, because we're doing PA. And remember, we had 1 nucleotide overhang at the end of the first exon. So what we need to make a full codon is we need to start with 2 nucleotides. So we would have 2 nucleotides to make a full codon. So the gene has to start at this location, 151,263. But the only frame that has 2 nucleotides to make a full codon is frame 3. So we would have our 1 nucleotide left over from the previous exon, and then we have the 2 nucleotides from this exon. So my hypothesis is that for this one, we're in frame 3. So we'll zoom out to make sure. And I can already tell we're not in frame 1 because look, there's a stop codon. And then we'll zoom over a little bit. So definitely not in frame 1. Here's another stop codon. I'm just gonna keep scooting over instead of zoom out more. Definitely not frame 1. There's another stop codon. Frame 2, look, it has a stop codon right here. So frame 3 is most certainly the good one because it has no stop codon and because it's in the right phase. So the acceptor phase for this one is called 2 because it had the 2 nucleotides left over. Boy, maybe I will zoom out because it's taking forever. Okay, so then we go to the back end of the gene, and again, at phase 3, right? Or in frame 3, excuse me, we have our stop codon. So here's what you have to put down. So the gene ends at this nucleotide, 151,796, and then the stop codon is 797 to 799. That's not part of the gene, it's the stop codon. So you have to do that same process for the 3 coding sequences of the PB form too.